All right, welcome in to the first installment of the Coach Mark Schmidt Show. This is a new thing we're going to do this fall with head coach in the Neshaminy football, Coach Mark Schmidt. I'm Mirro from WBCB 1490. And Coach, I appreciate you taking the time every week to do this at BCB.
Well, thanks, Matt. It's a little bit of a surprise. It's something new that hasn't been across my plate before. But if WBCB wants to get involved in our school and our program, we're more than willing to take a step along.
Well, WBCB definitely wants to, along with our two of our big sponsors, brought to you by Aria Health, your neighbors in Lower Bucks County, as well as Peruzzi, Buick, GMC, Route 1, and Langhorne. All season long, Aria will be giving out these T-shirts to the players of the game in Bucks County. I'm going to give Coach Schmidt the inaugural one, because I told him Aria now is his hospital. If they need help, Coach Schmidt's the guy to go. So I can't thank Aria Health enough, along with Peruzzi, Buick, GMC. So week one's about upon us, about 3-4 days away till football on Friday at Charlie Martin Stadium. First off, camp's over. Give me your grade on the camp, how it was, how it went for you, and now getting ready for week one of game planning.
Well, I thought we got a lot of things accomplished in camp. I really felt that we had a couple guys get nicked up a little early, and they'll all come back. They'll all be fine. That's the good news. And the good news on top of that is it gets a couple more guys a lot more reps. So it provides the depth early in our year, and it's been productive. It's been spirited. We've had two solid scrimmages against two good opponents, and you know, we're really we came out at the other end of it a little bit upset with our a little bit of some of the things that we did in our last scrimmage, but some positives with some of our younger players and newer players going out and competing.
I don't want to put too much on scrimmages like you said, but the Downingtown East game scrimmage last Thursday, you mentioned you were impressed with certain varieties of your team. The defense looked well the first couple of drives. Your offense was able to move the football. Was that a scrimmage? Not only you're playing probably one of the best teams in southeastern Pennsylvania, but you're about 11 days away from your first game. How important was playing a team like that so close to the beginning of the regular season?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, I think definitely gives us a good barometer of where we are and what we need to keep doing. And the biggest issue that we have to keep doing more than anything is maintain our level of consistency. Came out very well. Usually against Downingtown, it's the other way around. They take it to us, and then in the game situation, we settle down and play a little bit. We came out with a really nice little snap, and we were rolling a little bit and doing some nice things. Defense was playing great, and then offensively, we were moving the ball pretty well. Like to be a little bit tighter with some things, obviously, and but then we went in the game situation, and we had a couple key plays there where we really needed to make, and to stop a drive here and there, and to keep our drive moving, and we didn't do that, and we really worked on that hard. We brought them back in on Friday. The Thursday night scrimmage really helped us because it allowed us Friday to really kind of finish up camp and solidify and introduce Northeast, but also finish up the scrimmage tape, and really kind of got a lot of things across to our players, and they were very receptive to it, and our coaches really had it set up well for them to explain the good and explain the bad, and it's my job to look at the big team picture, and my issue is we got to maintain a hard level here of consistency throughout these games, and if we do, then maybe we'll have some fun.
I'm sure it's hard year in and year out to kind of temper expectations. You look at every public
Jenny from Cherry Hill says that robotic-assisted surgery at Aria Health saved her life. When Jenny was diagnosed with lung cancer, her goal was to find the best surgeon and hospital with the most advanced technology to treat her. And she found it at Aria Health's Torresdale campus, where Dr. Richard Chang is the only surgeon in the region performing robotic-assisted thoracic surgery. She was also relieved to know that Aria has a minimally invasive robotic surgery center, eliminating a lengthy stay in the hospital. Thanks to Dr. Chang and Aria Health, Jenny is now cancer-free. To learn more about Jenny's story, visit ariahealth.org/Jenny. That's ariahealth.org/Jenny.
Hi, this is Larry at Peruzzi Buick GMC. You'll hit a home run every weekend at Peruzzi Buick GMC Service Department. Every Saturday and Sunday, Peruzzi Buick GMC is offering a standard oil and filter change for just $19.95. And remember, Peruzzi Buick GMC is open every Sunday from 8 to 5. Peruzzi Buick GMC is the home of the $34.95 Pennsylvania State and Emissions Inspection every day of the week. No matter where you purchase your car or truck, you can get it serviced 7 days a week at Peruzzi Buick GMC. And remember, we're open Sundays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Welcome back here, the Coach Mark Schmidt Show here on WBCB1490.com, being brought to you in part by Aria Health, your heart hospital in Lower Bucks County, and Peruzzi Buick GMC. We mentioned during our first segment, all players this year with this beautiful Aria Health t-shirt. Coach Schmidt got the inaugural run. He's going to wear it every day, he told me. So,
absolutely.
So I'm happy for that. All right, we talked about training camps. Talk about week one now, the opponent Northeast. We mentioned, me and you talked about it. It's not opponent, one, because you never played him before. Two, because of how much change the team has had. New head coach, new offensive coordinator. You don't have a lot of tape on the guys. What have you and your staff been doing to get prepared for week one on Friday?
Well, their first scrimmage, we were there and watched that, and they really are doing an awful lot of things. Their biggest issue that they have on their side is they have a 3-year returner quarterback, and very talented player. And actually have two guys that can really play well at quarterback, and they're very athletic and throw the ball well. They don't mind throwing that ball down the field, and that's the one thing. We saw an opponent that they played, Bartram, and stopped them 2 plays, 3 plays in a row. 4th play, 3rd play, the kid just breaks a little bit of contain, fires it down there, 60-yard completion. You know, now they're down there inside the 10, 12-yard line, and they bang it in. And they have some, and they have a couple guys that can really run well and play well. They seem very excited with their new coach. We went up to the second scrimmage, and they're a little more vanilla. I think maybe he was holding back some looks. He was didn't want to show and keeping some players out. And every coach is entitled to their own way of doing things. But so I think he's gearing up for us, and that's what we've been talking about to our players. I mean, if we're going to come out here and these publications put us in a way there, and it's an opening game, and these guys are going to be laying for us. It's at their place, and it's a nice, great venue down there, and you know, it's supposed to be warm and turf, and you know, opening day, so it's going to be a lot of hearts pumping, a lot of fun stuff going on, and we've got to play well. We've got to play consistent football, which is what we've been talking about since Downingtown. We've got to maintain that level and keep this kid under control so he doesn't have time to make those throws and make him uncomfortable. And then, you know, really, it's also this kind of game where our depth has to be a positive. I mean, we've got to have guys. It's not going to be one guy can't play the whole game. I mean, with the heat and you know with the style of offense they run defensively, we've got to have about 15, 18 guys, 20 guys playing defense for us, and basically just to keep us healthy. But otherwise, we'll have nothing in the gas tank for the 4th quarter.
You know, there's a saying in football that speed kills, and it seems like Northeast, from what I've heard, you know, has a lot of guys. They want to spread you out and use their athletes and their speed to their advantage. That's something you've seen on tape, and something maybe is a little worrisome in the first.
Oh, sure it is. And you know, I'm looking back as the head coach. I mean, I'm very happy that Downingtown spread us out with that 3rd-year quarterback. I mean, he's a Division I recruit, and he's got a couple of recruits out, Division I players out there in the perimeters, and he did you know, a lot of throwing the ball around out there, and we responded very well. I mean, we had 1 or 2 times where we missed a couple of didn't get to certain places, and he capitalized. So we were able to coach on that and then expand on the technique most of the time. And then we've also got to make sure we come after this kid and this guy and really let him know that we're around. We can't let him sit back there and, you know, put all that weight on that back foot and let it rip. And offensively, look, we've got to move the ball, and we've got to get it out there to some people, and we've got to use what we're able to do to our best of our ability. And you know, the offensive line is continuing to gel a little bit, and they've got to come together. Because if we do that, get after and block these guys and stay on them and create those seams, you know, then we keep that offense off the field.
You know, you mentioned depth being so important week one, and you're going to probably need a lot of it in your running backs and in your quarterbacks, because from what we've seen, it doesn't look like you have a clear-cut one yet. Do you plan on using a couple guys in the backfield, the quarterback, and other skill positions as well, week one or week two?
Well, we've put all those guys on film under the microscope for a reason, to see how they respond. And for the most part, I've been very pleased. We have some packages with these guys to utilize their strengths, and I think they've all shown some signs of doing some really nice things. And you know, the key is ball security, execution. I mean, that's the whole key early in the season. You know, limit the penalties, hang on to that football, move the chains, allow us to get some momentum and that kind of thing. Because this team here, they're very capable of just one throw, and 3 go routes they complete 2. It's 14-0. So we've got to be, and they obviously do other things also. They run the ball well, but we've got to have. It's got to be a great team game. I'm very happy with our kicker, Nick Tucci's kicking the ball great, and we're hoping that he kind of provides us some field position issues for them, and our punter is doing real well. And so I think that our kicking game has got to really come into it too.